Hello everybody, and welcome back to this Let's Play of Mortal Online, the second era. This is Fine Gaming Connoisseur here, and today you're watching episode 65. Okay, so today I just want to continue the player progression guide that I started some time ago. And so today I'm in this lovely place here in next to the, I think this is the Emperor's Palace. And so this is one of the arches that I'm standing on right now, and so the reason why I'm here is because for two reasons. One, it's a very nice view, and you get to see quite a lot of the Tindrum City Square, and also another reason why I'm here is because this is one place that I feel that it'd be nice because then I won't get disturbed as much. Because sometimes when you're in the, when you're near the bank, sometimes you might, sometimes you might have people talking to you and that sort of thing. But today I want to find a place that's, where I can do this episode without having too many people talk to me, because I know that people do talk to me when they see me, and I do like that. I do like to. When people recognize me because they watched my videos, and so it's always nice to meet people and talk to them, but today I want to find a place that where I won't be disturbed as much. And so today I want to talk a little bit about hunger, food, and your reserves. And so the first thing I want to talk about is the hunger system. So, as you know, when you're playing this game, you'll notice that your hunger meter slowly goes up, and you have a maximum of 1,800, and so this hunger slowly goes up over time. There's nothing you can do to prevent it from going up. This is, your hunger will naturally go up over time, and so as your hunger goes up, you'll need to eat food. And so the reason why it's important to keep your hunger levels down is because when your hunger level goes up to a very high level, I can't remember how high it was. I think it's 1,500. I think it's 1,500. When it gets to that amount, you may find that your character will no longer be able to rest. When you try to rest, a message will pop up saying in the chat window saying that you are too hungry to sleep right now, and so the only way you can rest is to eat some food. And so it's important to keep your hunger levels down because it's important to do that. And so one thing I do want to mention is that it's a very nice system. I think that StarVault has thought about this system considerably, and this is one of the few MMORPGs where there is a hunger system in place, and so in that respect I feel that Mortal Online has a bit more of a survival element to it. Unlike games like let's say World of Warcraft, where there is no hunger system to speak of, even though there is food, but the food really is just more of a buff, or kind of like a beneficial thing that recharges your health or mana. And so this is a nice addition to the game. I feel that it brings more realism to it, to this game. So alright, so another thing that I want to talk about is the food. And so here I've got with me 3 different types of food that I currently have in my bank. So here you've got the ambrosial raw pig, which is a very popular food, I think, because for people who want to gain weight, such as myself, right now I'm lean, and before I was fit, but now I'm lean, so I've sort of gained 5 to my dexterity but lost 5 in strength. And so the way that people would fix that is by eating large amounts of ambrosial raw pig, and you do that by waiting for your hunger meter to go up to, let's say, 500 or 600, and then you just eat as many of this as you can. But today these 3 different types of food, they if you look at the statistics, you'll see that the ambrosial raw pig gives a lot of health nourishment, and the only food that I'm aware of right now that allows you to go from lean to fit, or if you're even more leaner, then you'll need to eat this food in order to gain weight. So the ambrosial raw pig is the only food that I'm aware of that actually will do this, and so to the best of my knowledge, you'll need to eat this food. Eat foods that provide health nourishment. Now there are other foods such as the regular pig meat that will also do the same thing, but I believe the regular pig meat will only provide small amounts of health nourishment compared to the ambrosial raw pig. So if you see that the different levels of health, mana, and stamina nourishment that it provides, you do need to pay attention to these, because when you eat the food, it's not just you're not just sating your hunger, but you are actually adding different amounts of reserves to your health, stamina, and mana. And so you do need to keep in mind that not all foods are created equal. Some foods will give you more benefit to health nourishment compared to others, and likewise for mana nourishment and stamina nourishment. And so if you look at the other foods like the common vitus, you'll see that it provides quite a bit of mana nourishment. So if you're looking to top up your mana reserves, then this is one good food that you can go for, which you can find near the Tindrum Gates, just outside the Tindrum Gates in the vineyards. You can pick quite a lot of these freely, and the rice, which you can find in the Tindrum Gardens, provides quite a bit of stamina nourishment. So depending on what you want to fill up, whether it be your health, stamina, or mana, then you should pay attention to how different foods provide different benefits. And there are other things like alcohol and sophistication, direct healing, healing over time, healing length, and all these other, and also food poisoning as well, which you need to be careful of, because if, let's say, you eat something like a Walking Dead head, I believe that if you eat it, then you'll get food poisoning. So be careful of that. If you get food poisoning, I believe you will throw up, and then you will become weaker as a result. And so do pay attention to the different kinds of food that are present in this game. Do not simply consume any kind of food that you come across, because it will not always do what you think it will do. So different foods have different purposes, so you do need to understand the different kinds of food that you eat. So and in a little while after I finish this episode, I will go back to my bank and I will consume large amounts of ambrosial raw pig, because I do want to get my character back to fit. I don't like to have this kind of +5 dexterity and -5 strength, because all my character skills, I've kind of set them to according to my attributes. And so right now this is 99, but normally it's 100, but because of my strength has gone down to 95, the contribution the contribution points went from 10 to 9, so it's kind of lowered my endurance from 100 to 99, and that's not really what I want. I want it to keep it at 100. So that's something that I'll fix after this episode. I'll go to my bank and I'll consume more ambrosial raw pig. Okay, so another thing that I want to talk about in this episode is the reserves. So the reserves are down at the bottom in your character's paper doll, and so right here you see health reserve, mana reserve, and stamina reserves, and if I'm not mistaken, these indicate the amount of reserves that you currently have in your character. And so you do need to be careful. When you die, I believe that you will lose a certain amount of reserves to your character, and if you lose too much, then your character will lose weight. So I believe that I was fit before, but I think after I died, or I exerted myself too much by when I travel, if I'm on foot, then I use up my reserves, and when your reserves go down too much, you will start to lose weight, and so what happens now is that I've become lean, and so I believe that you can go down to very, very far in your weight. So when you become leaner, I think you become skinny and malnourished or something like that. I can't exactly remember what different levels are, but I think you can go down quite far in terms of your weight, and vice versa. You can gain weight quite a bit as well. You can become overweight, and I believe that when you become overweight, you will lose dexterity, but you will gain intelligence, and so that your weight will determine what penalties and benefits, buffs that you will get to your different attributes. So do keep in mind that your reserves are important. Don't let your reserves go down too much, and the way to keep your reserves from going down too much is by looking after your character. So, and that's another clever system I think that SV has built into the game, is that the reserves really causes you to be more careful with how you treat your character, so that you won't simply just go and get yourself killed over and over, because if you do that, then you'll find that your character will begin to suffer penalties to his or her attributes. And so these reserves are kind of like checks and balances to keep you to sort of make you more careful with the way that you treat your character. So do not just simply just go into the graveyard and keep dying over and over, because the more you do that, the more you'll find that your reserves will go down, and the further it goes down, the harder you'll have a harder time trying to get your reserves back up to optimal levels. And so yeah, so that's three things that I just want to bring across to you guys today, and so hope that this has helped you in some way. And I do want to applaud SV for thinking up these systems to put into the game to differentiate, to make this game a bit more challenging and a bit more fun and immersive, because you don't find a lot of these systems in other games. Things like hunger, as I mentioned, and also reserves. You don't find these systems in a lot of MMORPGs. In single player games, I do find that there are things like this, but not in MMORPGs that I'm aware of. So in that regard, I find that this is another reason why Mortal Online is such a is a much more fun game to play, for me at least. Yeah, and so if you're a new player, do pay attention to these things. They are important. They are not just meaningless statistics. They do affect your character to a great extent. So this game is not just about PvP. It's not just about running around attacking players and killing monsters, but it is very much about looking after your character, and there are many different things that will affect your character in some way. And so do pay attention to these, and so that you will be able to enjoy this game much more, and that you won't have so much downtime. And by downtime, I refer to things like having to sleep or having to wait for your hunger levels to go up so that you can eat the ambrosial raw pig to make your to gain weight. Let's say you've lost weight and you want to get back to fit or whatever. So do pay attention to these things. So yes, hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. And so this is Fine Gaming Connoisseur, and thanks for watching. Take care.